there are some secrets that refuse to stay buried. And in the world of the novel Later by Stephen King, the dead don't just haunt the living, they talk to them. But the real horror isn't that the dead can speak. It's what they're forced to tell you. Imagine being a child who can see ghosts. Not vague shadows, not whispers in the dark. No, you see them exactly as they looked the moment they died. And worse, they cannot lie to you. That is the strange, unsettling life of Jamie Conklin, the young narrator at the heart of Later. And what begins as a strange childhood ability soon drags him into something far darker than ghosts, something dangerous, something very human. In the world of Later, Jamie grows up in New York City with a single mother who works in publishing. From an early age, he realizes he can see the recently dead, wandering briefly before they disappear for good. At first, it seems like a strange curiosity, a secret. But secrets rarely stay harmless for long. When someone close to Jamie discovers his ability, they decide to use it, to solve crimes, to find answers, to uncover truths that died with their owners. And that's when Jamie learns something terrifying. Sometimes the dead know things that should never be revealed. Beyond the chills and supernatural tension, Later explores several fascinating ideas. First, the burden of knowing the truth. Because if the dead cannot lie, every conversation becomes a dangerous form of honesty. Second, the loss of innocence. Jamie's ability forces him to grow up far too quickly, facing death, crime, and morality long before he should. And third, how power invites exploitation. A gift can easily become a weapon when the wrong people learn about it. And Jamie's gift attracts attention. One of the biggest strengths of Later is Stephen King's narrative voice. Jamie tells the story as an adult looking back on the strangest years of his life, and that perspective gives the book a calm, eerie authority. You feel like you're listening to a confession. Another major strength is the simplicity of the horror. There are no elaborate monsters here, just ghosts, quiet conversations, and the creeping realization that something much worse may be hiding behind them. And of course, King's pacing is razor sharp. The story moves quickly, blending supernatural mystery with crime investigation, building tension until the truth begins to surface. And when it does, it lands hard. That said, Later isn't perfect. Some readers may find the novel shorter and more straightforward than many of King's epic thrillers. If you're expecting something massive like It or The Stand, this story feels far more compact. And the supernatural rules of Jamie's ability, while fascinating, are often left deliberately mysterious. But for many readers, that ambiguity actually makes the story even more unsettling, because not everything about death should feel explainable. This book is perfect for listeners who love supernatural thrillers, psychological mysteries, short but intense horror stories, and character-driven suspense. If you enjoy the darker side of Stephen King's storytelling, where the horror creeps in slowly rather than exploding all at once. Later delivers that experience beautifully. However, if you prefer fast-paced action thrillers with constant twists and explosions, this story might feel a little quieter than expected. The tension here is subtle, psychological, and sometimes deeply disturbing. So, if you're ready for a story about secrets, ghosts, and a boy who knows far more about death than any child should, Later might be one of Stephen King's most quietly chilling novels. And if this summary hooked your curiosity, you can find the full audiobook of Later through the link in the description. Listening to Jamie tell his story in his own voice adds a whole new layer of tension. Because once the dead start talking, you might not like what they reveal. And remember, in this story, the truth doesn't stay buried. It comes back later.